said that you play baseball, play football, or play basketball. You don't play fighting. To put yourself on the line against an opponent trained to defeat you is not something for the weak-minded. Because while mastering all combat sports disciplines is necessary to compete, to succeed, a fighter must have the heart and determination to walk through fire in search of victory. Tonight, the journey begins. Far from the bright lights of Las Vegas or New York City, but as the saying goes, when the octagon door shuts, a fight's a fight.
President Dana White, and we're always looking for up-and-coming talent to sign. Back in the day, I used to scout the world looking for new talent, but I haven't done that in years. I'm looking for the next Ronda Rousey, the next Robbie Lawler, the next Conor McGregor. I'm looking for future champions, and I'm willing to go to any show, anywhere in the world to find them. Super excited about the talent on tonight's card. A lot of tough fighters. Let's see who really wants their shot at the UFC.
This should be interesting.
He wins this fight, I can bring him in.
Look at this. Look, over the top. Whoa! Wow. Stop blasting. He's still in there, this kid.
That was up, yeah. I didn't see this coming. Here he goes.
Look at this. He's done. He won it. He won it. Beautiful, man.
Hey everyone, I'm Megan O'Leary, and this is your UFC Minute. The UFC returns this weekend with a fresh face who is destined to make headlines. When UFC President Dana White went looking for a fight, he was hoping that he would end up with a future UFC star. And those are the expectations after he signed a regional champion who has dominated the local light heavyweight circuit en route to his Octagon debut this weekend. That's it for today. Stay tuned for your next UFC Minute, and I'll see you at the fights.
Well, he was discovered on Dana White looking for a fight, and man, did he come through with style points that night. As such, here he is, making his UFC debut a few short months later, and the question beckons, will there be jitters? We hear a lot about those UFC nerves, and sometimes it leads to an adrenaline dump, and that can be the difference in a win or a loss. So if he can bottle the nerves and deal with the bright lights of the famed Octagon, there's no denying the skill set, the skills, the demeanor. That's what got him to the big show. We'll see if he can perform now in the UFC. Well, this is an outstanding kickboxer making his way to the UFC Octagon right now. Very interesting stylistic matchup here tonight. Just an outstanding arsenal of kicks, great punching technique, power in both hands, works the lead leg, not afraid to work the body. Just a complete kickboxer here, now plying his trade in mixed martial arts, a dangerous proposition for anyone caught in his striking range.
This guy is an outstanding striker. What he wants to do is use his defense to keep the fight standing, use the takedown defense and a good solid sprawl, and if he does go to the ground, make sure he gets back up and punishes his opponent.
Our tale of the tape for this light heavyweight tilt. More than 5 years apart. Some differences in height and reach as well. All right, just about ready to go here now for the particulars. We go inside the octagon. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, making his UFC debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 202 pounds. Fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the Chosen One. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a kickboxer holding a professional record of 6 wins, 2 losses. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Leiden, Holland, the Netherlands, the Cannon. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Yves Levine.
The veteran Yves Levine draws the assignment here.
Ready? You ready?
Well, this is a venue as long on MMA history as any in the world. The Saitama Super Arena in Tokyo, Japan. Good to have you with us for a night of live UFC action. All right, here we go with round 1. This is a moment every fighter dreams of, to cross into the big show and make the UFC debut. If fight week is any indication, nerves shouldn't be a factor. He won his fight on Dana White looking for a fight, and there was a lot of pressure on him that night. So now the stage gets bigger, obviously. Most people expect that he will handle it with flying colors. Starts to get the combination going with the fists. All right, the first round is underway here. You gotta watch out for this fighter's powerful overhand punches can do damage from both sides.
Wow! He's locked. He hurt him with that punch from the clinch.
Back to the feet.
Big punches here.
Oh, huge shot there, lands flush.
Nice takedown.
And they both stand up. Connects with the punch there.
Great exchanges. Whoa, boy, he's swinging now.
Well, Joe, I know he respects the power coming back, but it looked like he moved right into that kick to the body, and his opponent landed it flush. So let's see if he changes up his footwork a little bit and tries to avoid further damage to the midsection moving forward. Well, he's connecting with his punches now. Took him a while to find the range. He has found it now.
Oh, this could be it right here.
Big left. Now goes in and secures the takedown.
Back to his feet again. Amazing.
Engaging in the clinch here once again. That strike will count.
It appears that cut is getting worse. Oh, he tagged him to the left.
He's got him hurt here. The left hook hits home. With the left hand. Well, the right hand has been there at times, not that time. Oh, he continues to land that hook of his, man. And he lands a nice kick.
Oh.
That one appeared to stun him.
Oh, big shot. Oh, that's it.
And that's going to do it.
Excellent timing here to land a huge left for the victory.
Well, Joe, you knew if he landed that weapon repeatedly, it could be a short night for his opponent, but that was just one perfectly placed strike that his opponent candidly didn't even see coming. It landed flush, and the rest, as they say, is history. Big knockout win for him here tonight.
Let's take a look at that again. Check out this angle here. Right on the button.
Well, hard to perform much better than he did tonight. A huge knockout under the lights. They'll be talking about that one for some time. The official decision, it resides with Bruce Buffer.
Levine has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 27 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, the Chosen One.
Well, that's how you seize the moment in the UFC debut as he gets the job done here tonight. And the celebration is on with his coaches and his teammates. 1-0 in the big show. Can't start much better than that.
Came to do damage, not hurt anybody.
Coming up next, it's a UFC light heavyweight division collision. Well, it's a rare skill for a fighter to be able to stand in the pocket and avoid taking significant damage. But if you've watched the film on this young fighter, that's exactly what he's able to do. He frustrates and exhausts his opponents, and he stays pretty relaxed because he's so defensively sound. He uses movement and defense to set up his offense. Consummate sticker and mover. He gets his head off of the center line, and even when you think you have him in a compromising position, more often than not, he's able to swivel that head and get out of harm's way.
This guy has ruthless one-punch knockout power. You can't teach it, but when a fighter has it, it's a huge advantage.
So the decorated submission specialist has arrived on the greatest proving ground in mixed martial arts, and even at the UFC level, not a lot of guys are used to facing submission opponents at this level. Gotta think path of least resistance tonight is to take the fight to the ground and look to set up some of those patented chokes. Good to see a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner of this caliber where he belongs in the big show.
This guy is an elite submission fighter. What he wants to do is get this fight to the ground where he will have a distinct advantage over his opponent.
Our tale of the tape for this light heavyweight tilt. More than 5 years apart. Some differences in height and reach. All right, now for the official introductions, we go inside the octagon where we find Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 4 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 202 pounds. Fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the Chosen One. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. A jiu-jitsu fighter, holding a professional record of 6 wins, 1 loss. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 204 pounds. Bazooka! And when the action begins, a referee in charge, Yves Levine.
The veteran Yves Levine draws the assignment here.
You ready?
Round 1. Well, his UFC debut essentially went exactly as he drew it up. A win by flush knockout to immediately emerge on the radar of UFC fans and fighters around the world. Now he'll try to string together back-to-back knockouts, move to 2-0, and he already has made some noise. We'll see if he can keep that trend going here tonight.
Back up to his feet.
Oh, straight right.
Nice uppercut. Look at that. Wow.
Oh! He's got him hurt here. Lands a big right hand early. Oh!
Oh, very nice.
Ooh.
Oh, that was a big left hand he connected with.
Oh!
Big left hand. This could be it right here. Oh!
And just like that, the fight is over.
Beautiful KO for the victory early in the first.
Yeah, we're just getting going, and now the fight's over, but excellent striking technique to land that shot and ultimately finish the fight here in the first. You've heard us say it before, but sometimes when you catch a guy cold before he's had a chance to get going in the fight, it can have a bigger effect. It certainly did here tonight.
And here we see it again. Oh, man. KO.
So there he is after a monumental knockout turned in here tonight. That is one they will be talking about for quite some time. And here we go inside the octagon for the official decision to Bruce Buffer.
That's called a stop to this contest. At 57 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by knockout, the Chosen One.
So there's the man of the moment, just the way he drew it up here tonight as he gets his hand raised and does so emphatically by way of the KO. Perhaps some bonus money is coming his way at the end of the night. I'm not sure. Still a few fights to go. But at the very least, you can be sure his next fight will be a big one, and he will celebrate deep into the night with his teammates. It's a UFC light heavyweight division collision. Well, what a pop from the crowd as this guy makes the walk. Such a well-rounded fighter, and you got to think when the opponent breaks him down on film, not a lot of weaknesses jump out of the video. This is a true mixed martial artist. May not stand out in any one area, but plus skills across the board. Probably comfortable just about anywhere this fight goes tonight.
This guy is a very well-rounded fighter. He can do it all. If the fight takes place standing or on the ground, he's going to be comfortable in all areas of the game.
All right, so here is this defensively gifted fighter, and certainly has some offense as well, but more often than not, that offense is set up by his sound defense. He uses movement beautifully, uses his defense to create offensive angles. This guy can stick and move with the best of the man, and even when you think you have him in a bad position, more often than not, swivels that head off of the center line and counters you right in the jaw. So an outstanding defensive striker, very good counterattacks, and a very interesting matchup in front of him tonight.
This guy has some of the best defense I've ever seen inside the octagon, and they say that defense is the best offense.
Our tail of the tape for this light heavyweight tilt. More than 5 years apart. Some differences in height and reach as well. All right, now for the introductions, we go to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 6 wins, 1 loss. He stands 62 inches tall, weighing in at 204 pounds. Fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, USA, Kid Dynamite. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 5 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 202 pounds. Fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the Chosen One. Now when the action begins, our referee in charge, Eve Loving.
The veteran Eve Levine draws the assignment here.
You ready?
First round underway. Well, his last fight will be a tough act to follow as we get ready for round 1 here. Brutal knockout his last time out, and that positioned him for this opportunity here tonight. So, can he keep the momentum going? As the challenges get stiffer, keep the winning streak intact, and of course try to get another win by knockout to take his popularity soaring to another level.
He's doing a great job of blocking things here.
He's got him hurt here.
Oh! Beautiful body shot there, too. Hard straight punch. Oh! Big left hand. He is clearly in big, big trouble.
Oh, he might be out.
Wow! Oh, he tagged him. He tagged him with the right hand.
Goes down again.
And another one. He's in trouble.
Wow! Unbelievable.
A big shot to the head.
Oh! He's out!
Beautiful strike here to end the fight early in the first.
Yeah, we're just getting going, and now the fight's over, but excellent striking technique to land that shot and ultimately finish the fight here in the first. You've heard us say it before, but sometimes when you catch a guy cold before he's had a chance to get going in the fight, it can have a bigger effect. It certainly did here tonight.
Great angle here. Crank right on the jaw.
And there he is, all smiles. What a huge knockout he turned in here tonight. That is one they'll be talking about for some time.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Eve Levine has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 8 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, the Chosen
So
One.
there's the man of the moment, just the way he drew it up here tonight as he gets his hand raised and does so emphatically. by way of the KO. Perhaps some bonus money is coming his way at the end of the night. I'm not sure. Still a few fights to go. But at the very least, you can be sure his next fight will be a big one, and he will celebrate deep into the night with his... So as this knockout force makes his way to the octagon, Joe, this is not a guy you want to stand on a napkin in the center of the octagon and trade punches with. You get in a slugfest with this guy, more often than not, you're concussed, twitching on the canvas. You can be sure he'll be looking to make contact and find a home for those heavy hands early and often. Power for days, power in all of his strikes. Scary, scary addition to this division, and a guy who a lot of people believe will be an immediate contender.
This guy is amongst one of the most elusive fighters as far as his defense is concerned. Extremely difficult to hit.
Well, no doubt this young man is preparing to unleash some devastating kicks on his opponent tonight. You talk about guys like Thiago Alves, Jose Aldo Jr. The kicks on this young man, absolutely powerful. He can do major damage, too, just by landing a couple of them. You've seen fights of his where he lands one kick to the body or one to that lead leg, and you get an immediate welter bruise. Really as powerful a kicker as we've seen in the UFC in some time.
This guy is a very well-rounded fighter. He can do it all. If the fight takes place standing or on the ground, he's going to be comfortable in all areas of the game.
And now our tale of the tape for this light heavyweight fight. So a more than 5-year gap between these two fighters when it comes to the age. Some differences in height and reach as well. All right, now for the particulars, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 6 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 202 pounds. Fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the Chosen One. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. A mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 7 wins, 5 losses. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 204 pounds. Fighting out of Manchester, England, live. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Yves Levine.
The veteran Yves Levine draws the assignment here.
Ready? You ready?
Here we go. All right, here we go with round 1. His knockout streak really has been the stuff of legend, knocking out contenders left and right. He's won his last 3, all of them by flush knockout. Shades of Vitor Belfort back in 2013. He's oh, big left.
Oh, beautiful right hook. That's a big punch from the clinch.
Do something.
Back to his feet again, amazing.
Big body shot.
Body.
Left hand lands flush over the top.
Beautiful hook. These are some bombs he is throwing. Oh, he's getting busted.
Oh, he's got him hurt here.
Oh, he got caught.
Big left.
Unbelievable.
That'll do it.
Beautiful knockout here early in the first.
Yeah, Joe, we're just getting going, and there's the end of the fight. So it's a win by first-round knockout, near perfect on the technique. I'm not even sure his opponent saw that thing coming. And really, before his opponent had a chance to get in the fight at all and land anything in terms of a significant strike, he was knocked out. So major, major transpiration here tonight.
Here we see it again. Boom!
So a strong candidate for some bonus money there. A huge knockout for him here tonight. Near perfect execution. They'll be talking about this result for some time.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine has called a stop to this contest at 52 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by knockout, the chosen
So
one.
just the way he drew it up here tonight, what a monumental moment and knockout to get his hand raised here tonight. He kept the judges out of it. He has certainly set himself up for a major opportunity here moving forward. But you can be sure tonight is about this knockout. He'll be celebrating deep into the night with his friends, his family, his coaches. Congratulations on a big KO tonight.
You know about selling merchandise right out your house. I got 40 boxes in my living room on the couch. Yeah, me and my girl about to ship them out. Oh Lord, yeah, I thought I told them last record. I'm out here grinding on a mad level. Always on
It's a UFC light heavyweight division encounter. So, Joe, as this fighter makes his way to the octagon, we have to start with the kicking technique. It's excellent. Doesn't telegraph anything. Gets his foot to the target as quickly as any fighter on this UFC roster. More often than not, guys don't even see it coming. He attacks that lead leg beautifully. Opponent certainly is wary of those lightning fast kicks coming in here tonight.
This guy has excellent footwork. He's very difficult to catch inside the octagon. He closes the distance well, and he's always in a position to attack and defend.
All right, so here he is making his way to the octagon, and it's these type of matchups, Joe, that really can create superstars and produce UFC history. This is a rivalry fight. These guys have been jawing throughout fight week. They don't like each other, and here in short order, this rivalry is about to resume on the greatest proving ground in all of mixed martial arts.
This guy has one of the best abilities to take a shot that I have ever seen in all my years of commentating on fights. His chin is truly world class.
Our tale of the tape for this light heavyweight tilt. More than a decade separates these two fighters when it comes to the age, with similar height and reach. All right, now for the introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer, holding a professional record of 7 wins, 4 losses. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Leiden, Holland, the Netherlands, El Diablo. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 7 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 202 pounds. Fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the chosen one. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Yves Levine.
The veteran Yves Levine draws the assignment here.
Ready?
And we are live and underway here at the Honda Center in Anaheim, California. All right, so here we go. Round 1 is underway of this rivalry fight here tonight. Perhaps there will be a little bit of a feeling out process here. Both guys were trying to put the emotions out of the equation here tonight. But it is rival versus rival under the lights here tonight.
He's really doing a good job of controlling distance, getting off these shots. Nice. Oh! He hurt him! That's a big punch from the clinch.
Well, he's up, but he is hurting for certain. The finish could come at any time. Oh, he blocked that offense, Joe. He landed that punch flush.
Hit him
Massive
hard with that
shot
hook.
is true. Now we'll see if he can follow it up.
Big shots.
Oh, huge shot there.
Oh, he's landing some good shots here.
Blocks the shot.
Good, solid, straight right. Hurt him with
Uppercut
that
lands
uppercut.
now.
Oh, he tagged him with the left.
He's got him hurt here.
Oh! Oh, look at this! Who saw that coming? Oh! Oh, he landed a right hand. Nice combination of strikes from the full guard. Excellent posture here.
He's very close to the finish here.
He's out. It's over.
Wow. Wow.
Ruthless ground and pound for the victory.
How about the ground and pound to finish the fight, Joe? That is as good an offensive execution as we have seen on the ground in recent memory. One big shot after the next. He wasn't just trying to score or bide time before the referee stood them up. He was trying to pound his opponent out of there, and that is exactly what he did. You wonder if some fighters will watch this footage and learn from that high-level offensive execution when it comes to the ground and pound. Well, what a moment for him here tonight. A huge knockout on one of the sport's biggest stages. That is one they'll be talking about for some time.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine is going to stop to this contest at 1 minute, 49 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, the chosen one.
Well, there have got to be few things sweeter, Joe, than winning a rivalry fight like this in the UFC, and you can see the celebration is on, and why not? Huge result for him here tonight.
That's word at the G.O.D. The game from the P.O.V. Begging they plead on knees. I'll be no peace. The D.O.G. I feed on beats. Wanna die, they can lean on me. No deal with us. You P, I done built it up. You wishing you was in the field with us. I'm the ill. No deal. Look at me grill. With me, then I will erupt.
I'm Megan O'Leary, and this is your UFC Minute. As a fighter's wins begin to add up, the pressure to maintain momentum becomes a major factor. Every fighter who competes in the octagon will tell you that he will take a win by any means possible. But as one of the UFC's top strikers, this light heavyweight star is taking the judges out of the equation, as he has used fists and feet to finish each of his opponents during his winning streak by way of spectacular knockout. That's it for today. Stay tuned for your next UFC Minute, and I'll see you at the fights.
Well, the crowd pops as this guy makes the walk to the octagon, and you can see why if you've watched film on him. This is a true mixed martial artist, plus skills in all areas, and figures to be a handful, really, for anybody in this division. Probably comfortable tonight anywhere the fight goes. Truly a well-rounded MMA fighter. You know, we trot that term out there a lot. This guy fits the bill.
This fighter has an iron jaw. I have seen him take shots on the chin and not be affected. Shots that would knock a lesser man completely unconscious.
Oh, is it great to see this guy make the walk here tonight. Really as accomplished a striker as we've seen come into the UFC in years. And no surprise, he'll be interested in keeping the fight standing tonight. We'll see if he can put on a striking clinic. If the takedown defense holds up, figures to have a pronounced advantage on the feet.
This guy has one of the best abilities to take a shot that I have ever seen in all my years of commentating on fights. His chin is truly world class.
And now our tale of the tape for this light heavyweight fight. 4 years apart with similar height and reach. All right, now for the introductions, we go to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 8 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 202 pounds. Fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the Chosen One. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a kickboxer, holding a professional record of 15 wins, 3 losses. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, Volkan No Time Uzdemir. And when the action begins, the referee in charge, Herb Dean.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Round 1. All right, ready to go for round 1. As many of you know, this young man won his last fight by knockout. No TKO, flush knockout for him the last time out. And now he is getting a shot against a truly elite fighter in this division. The question is, when the challenges get stiffer, will his game raise up to that next level? Throughout his career, when the challenges have gotten tougher, he has raised his game. That is exactly the goal in front of him tonight.
Yeah, he's got a nice snap to that leg kick. Very nice.
All right, first round is underway, and you know what to look out for here. The powerful overhand punches. That is a big part of his game plan every time he makes...
Oh! This could be it! Oh! Hard shot from the clinch. Back up to his feet. He's teeing off with some vicious shots.
Oh! The jab followed by the right hand.
Big left punch.
Huge left hand.
Wow! Hard left hand. These are some bombs he is throwing.
Back to the feet.
Oh!
He's got him hurt here. Oh!
Oh, look at this. Who saw that coming?
He didn't miss with that uppercut.
Big shots. Hard straight punch. Big punches.
Oh!
He tagged
Goes
him.
down again.
Hard hook. Nasty combinations here.
Unbelievable.
That's it. He's
Can
out.
you
He's out.
believe it?
The fight is over. Wow. Tremendous hook on the button for the win.
Yeah, Joe, just an absolutely gorgeous shot to spell the end for his opponent. Crowd is absolutely loving it. He gets the near-perfect land. I'm not even sure his opponent saw it coming, but just the way he drew it up here tonight, saw that little crack of an opening and barged right through it to get the knockout.
Let's see this again. And here it is again. Boom! And he's out.
So there he is as the celebration continues. A huge knockout for him here tonight. That could hold up as one of the better knockouts of the year.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 44 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, the chosen one.
So just the way he drew it up here tonight, what a monumental moment and knockout to get his hand raised here tonight. He kept the judges out of it. He has certainly set himself up for a major opportunity here moving forward. But you can be sure tonight is about this knockout. He'll be celebrating deep into the night with his friends, his family, his coaches. Congratulations on a big KO tonight. UFC light heavyweight division collision. So as this knockout force makes his way to the octagon, Joe, this is not a guy you want to stand on a napkin in the center of the octagon and trade punches with. You get in a slugfest with this guy, more often than not, you're concussed, twitching on the canvas. You can be sure he'll be looking to make contact and find a home for those heavy hands early and often. Power for days, power in all of his strikes. Scary, scary addition to this division, and a guy who a lot of people believe will be an immediate contender.
This guy has some of the best defense I've ever seen inside the octagon, and they say that defense is the best offense.
So here is Rogerio Nogueira, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, has been one of the better boxers this light heavyweight division has ever hosted. Sound defensively, top 5 in terms of his striking and takedown defense among active light heavyweights. Unfortunately for Little Nog, injuries have been a big part of the narrative, but when he's been healthy enough to make the walk, more often than not, he has realized success.
Rogerio Nogueira has some of the best boxing in the UFC's light heavyweight division, and along with it, a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He has medaled in international competition in amateur boxing, and his accuracy is second to none.
Our tale of the tape for this light heavyweight tilt. So more than 10 years apart, these two fighters, with some differences in height and a similar reach. Now for the official introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 9 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 202 pounds. Fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the Chosen One. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a boxer, holding a professional record of 25 wins, 9 losses. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Antonio Rogerio Nogueira. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon, Dan Mergliata.
Dan Mergliata, your referee.
You ready? You ready? Let's go.
Here we go. All right, ready to go for round 1, and so is Little Nog Rogerio Nogueira. Recently had that first round stoppage of Patrick Cummins at UFC 198 in 2016. That was towards the tail end of round 1. So he does have some first round finishes to his credit. Beat Tito Ortiz in the first round back in UFC 140. You know about the power, you know about the boxing. Oh! Nogueira gets up again, but he looks hurt, Joe.
Hard hook.
And he lands a kick to the leg now. Pretty good work on the feet tonight by Nogueira. Cracks him there with the right hand.
Big shots.
Knee to the body. Oh, he got cracked with the jab there, Joe, and his head is firmly on the center line, the one place it really can't afford to be. He's showing some vulnerability here by leaning right.
He's He's in big trouble. Into the full guard. Back up to his feet. He hurt him with that hook.
Right-left combo by Nogueira.
Hard straight punch.
Whoa!
This could be it right here.
Oh, he gets back up, but barely. Look how wobbly he is.
Deep breath there and reset.
Big
Beautiful
body
shot there, too.
Big left.
What a wild exchange.
The left hook hits home.
Vicious combinations.
Well, he lands another jab, really employing the jab effectively here. Snapping up that jab. Landing a good series of strikes here. How about that shin?
Oh, he nailed him! Wow! Oh, that's it.
And that's gonna do it.
Tremendous hook on the button for the win.
Yeah, there's another one for the highlight reel, Joe, and that's probably as good a knockout as he's had in the UFC. Just a perfect shot to end the fight. Crowd absolutely loving it. Flush land to close out his opponent. I'm not even sure the other fighter saw it coming. So a big knockout for him here tonight on the biggest of stages.
Let's take a look at that again. And here we see it one more time. Look at the timing in this shot. Bam! Out cold.
Well, hard to perform much better than he did tonight. A huge knockout under the lights. They'll be talking about that one for some time. Bruce Buffer has the
Ladies and
official
gentlemen,
decision.
referee Dan Mergliata has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 6 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, the Chosen
So
One.
just the way he drew it up here tonight, what a monumental moment and knockout to get his hand raised here tonight. He kept the judges out of it. He has certainly set himself up for a major opportunity here moving forward. But you can be sure tonight is about this knockout. He'll be celebrating deep in the light heavyweight division encounter. Well, the crowd pops as this guy makes the walk to the octagon, and you can see why if you've watched film on him. This is a true mixed martial artist, plus skills in all areas, and figures to be a handful, really, for anybody in this division. Probably comfortable tonight anywhere the fight goes. Truly a well-rounded MMA fighter. You know, we trot that term out there a lot. This guy fits the bill.
This guy has devastating one-punch knockout power, amongst the very best in the world at delivering a single blow to end the fight.
All right, talented fighter making the walk here tonight. I will be surprised, Joe, if we see him put on his back at any point tonight. Incredible takedown defense, great balance, very solid base, an outstanding sprawl that's very quick and athletic. And for a lot of fighters, they waste a lot of energy trying to bring this man down. Gotta think the smart approach will be to see if you can get the shot early, but if it doesn't materialize, go to plan B. This guy's takedown defense north of 90%. Some of the best takedown artists in the world have failed to take him down.
This guy has one-punch knockout power, and when a fighter has that kind of ability, it's always a big advantage.
And now our tale of the tape for this light heavyweight fight. Both fighters are 34. Some differences in height and reach. Now for the official introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 10 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 202 pounds. Fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the Chosen One. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. A mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 19 wins, 10 losses. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Belleville, New York, John Malante. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliata.
Dan Mergliata, your referee.
You ready? You ready?
And we are underway. All right, round 1 is upon us, Joe Rogan, and this man sold a lot of tickets here tonight. When you put together a winning streak like this, your fan base is going to swell. That is exactly what has happened to this young man here tonight. And if he can win this fight, Joe, you've got to think his next one will be for the UFC title. Finds a home for that left hook.
Oh, beautiful hooks!
Lands a big right hand early.
Hard left hand. Vicious punch combinations here.
Oh, significant strike attempt there, but a huge block.
He's throwing some hard shots now.
Effective punch there by John Vellante. He keeps finding a hole for that shot.
Big left hand. Back up.
Tags him with the left. Oh! Unbelievable.
He's out. It's
That
over.
is it.
Beautiful KO for the victory early in the first.
Yeah, Joe, near perfect technique to land that seminal blow to finish the fight here in round 1. And that's exactly the way a fighter draws it up. You don't absorb anything in terms of significant damage, and then you're able to knock your opponent out. So this is exactly the desired result for him here tonight.
Let's see this again. Great angle here.
Ba-boom!
Well, what a moment for this fighter here tonight. A massive knockout on the sport's biggest stage. Seminal moment for that fighter tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mergliata has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 3 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, the chosen
So
one.
just the way he drew it up here tonight, what a monumental moment and knockout to get his hand raised here tonight. He kept the judges out of it. He has certainly set himself up for a major opportunity here moving forward. But you can be sure tonight is about this knockout. He'll be celebrating deep into the night with his friends, his family, his coaches. Congrats.